Hey everyone, in this video we're going to look at some of the misses that Paul George had in Saturday's loss to Denver. Paul George actually started off this game really well. He started 3 of 6, he then went 2 of 15. We're going to look at some of the misses that he had because I don't think all of them are bad shots. I think some of them he just missed, but we do need to look at some of them. Paul George sets a nice little back screen here for Kawhi Leonard and then is going to run off of a pin down set by Zubac. This is actually a really nice play design. Where George messes up here is he probably should just take the pull up at the nail. Instead, he drives, and then he becomes hesitant. He doesn't go completely up right away. He allows Jokic to defend this really well. Paul George has to be more aggressive getting the shot off. You know, like I said, not every shot that he took and missed was a bad one. Some were good. This is a good shot we're going to end up seeing. Cross screen set by George for Leonard. This is a play that Ty Lue likes to run. George isn't going to run off. It could have been a better screen from Morris, but it is what it is. They're then going to run up to set double highs. George is going to come down off the Morris screen, and now he is matched up against JaMychal Green. George does the right thing here. He's going to try to go downhill, gets his shoulder and elbow into him, goes into a nice little step back pull-up jumper here. 47% shot probability. This is a very good look. He just misses it, honestly. All right, side out of bounds. Zubac sets a screen for George. But the ball is going to be inbounded to Zubac, and they're going to work this around into something different. George then sets a screen for Leonard, and this causes some confusion by Denver because George is open when he comes off of this. It's a pin down set by Zubac. This is a great look for George. It's one that he's made at a high level all season. He just misses it here, and honestly, you'll take this shot all day. George did a really good job in this game of getting downhill and creating stuff off of that. It just didn't go for a make a lot of the time. George gets downhill, gets his shoulder into the defender, draws separation, pull up from the dotted line. This is wide open, 49% shot probability, and just another miss. But not every shot that George took was a great shot. Here's a bad one. Batum sets the screen, but instead he slips to pop to the wing. Clippers love to do this with Batum, and now George is matched up against Aaron Gordon. Gordon did a good job defensively all game. As George hard plants here, he's going to go for a shot, but instead what he should do is pass to Batum on the wing. He doesn't. He goes into this jumper. This is very well contested by Gordon. George has to make a better decision on this. We're about to see another good look for Paul George. And yes, we're about to see another miss. Play starts with Reggie Jackson trying to set a nice little screen for Kawhi Leonard. This is going to try to throw Denver into a little bit of wonkiness. As they come off the other side of handoff action, Zubac has to be quicker to set the screen for George. The actions on the weak side have to come quicker. Zubac sets the pin down, George receives the ball, goes up into a jumper. No one's there to contest it. This is a very good look. It's just another miss for him. These misses have to be frustrating. High screen set by Zubac. This is going to free George to come up downhill. He's then going to put the defender in jail here, bumps into him, creates space once again, goes up, uncontested mid-range pull-up jumper. Frustrating because he misses another good look. All right, we're going to see another instance of Paul George getting into the mid-range to pull up with a jumper. And my thought here is just to start with this pump fake that gets the defender in the air. As George comes downhill to create separation against the defender and go into the pull-up jumper, we're going to see it's not heavily contested with a hand to the face. But my thought on this is the shot you can get anytime. Why rush it on this possession? All right, baseline out of bounds for the Clippers. 7 minutes to go. You're down by 10, 11 on the shot clock. Ball gets inbounded to Cousins. We're going to see George set his screen for Rondo to allow Rondo to come up to get the ball from Cousins. Now the Clippers are working against a short shot clock. George is going to come up off of a pin down set by Cousins to try and get freed up for a 3. The problem for the Clippers here is it's late shot clock, and this is the best shot that they can get, which is a contested Paul George three-pointer from the wing. He ends up missing, and now the Clippers' chances go down. All right, this is the final possession that we're going to look at for Paul George for shot attempts. They're down by 8, just under 5 minutes to go. You can still make this a game, but you can't take bad shots. We're going to see Leonard walk up to set a screen. He's going to slip it, trying to force the switch. The switch doesn't happen. So the ball's going to go to George, who comes up to get it. As he goes downhill and hard plants, PJ Dozier does a good job of staying level with him, gets a hand in the face. This is a very tough shot to take. The Clippers they did not get high quality shots, at least not all night. George, I thought, got some good shots that he missed. I thought he also rushed some shots. He can learn a lot from this game, and so can the Clippers as well.